Hello and welcome to part 31 of Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last part we got to the Pokemon League, so in this part we're going to face the Pokemon League.
And this is a weird layout.
It is a weird layout, but straight away some preparation you're going to have to do. First of all, you're going to want to have 6 Pokemon, it's just a good idea. Second of all, you're going to want them all level 50 at least. Obviously there's a lot of other tactics when it comes to using what Pokemon, but you're going to want them all at level 50 to make sure you're going to get to the end. If you want to do it even more, then be my guest.
I mean, if you really don't want to level up, you don't have to, but then you'd have to be quite skilled with what Pokemon, what moves you use, so it is just easier.
Yeah, honestly, level 50, just do it level 50. More if you want. Third of all, you're going to want to sort yourself out with some items. I just bought 4 restores, which you don't want to do because they're really expensive. So what I would do, get hyper potions, because they do 200 hit points. And they're really cheap.
Get hyper potions, and I think if you can buy full heals by there.
Yeah,
they're pretty useful.
What I would say is that get about 30 hyper potions, maybe more, depending on what you think. About 30 revives, and then maybe a couple of, maybe a few full restores, just to.
Or full, yeah, and some full heals.
Yeah, and some full heals as well. So you probably won't use them all, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
And the max revives that Bianca gave you, they'll be useful.
Yeah, they're going to be very useful. So, but yeah, you want to get all those revives as well, just to be safe, better safe than sorry. So yeah, now to the first battle.
Now, the Elite Four's a bit different in this game. You can choose what order. I'm not sure what types are, but you'll find out. Obviously, this one is a ghost type.
Yeah, all ghosts. So yeah, you can choose the order, but honestly, it's a nice idea, but you're going to have to face them all anyway. And if you have enough items, it's not going to affect who you have alive and not. So what you want to do is just go round like I do. Just follow what I do. It's a lot easier.
I mean, Elite Four, the first few Pokemon that you face in each trainers or champion or whatever, you shouldn't have a problem with it. It's their last few Pokemon that you start to have problems with.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree, because I think that this Pokemon is her hardest Pokemon. You're going to have a lot of trouble. But it's because yeah, my Apple should have easily killed it. The problem is that she had a couple of full restores, and I guess it's good that she used them early, but yeah, this is a quite hard Pokemon. So what I'd recommend is not necessarily. Okay, so it's ghost type, so you're going to want dark moves, stuff like Nice Slash, you know, that sort of, just Bite as well is very good. So yeah, but don't send out those Pokemon straight away, depending on what they are, because yeah, my Apple's got killed, and that's the only one with a dark move out of my whole squad.
Yeah, I think the first Pokemon that each person sends out will always be their first Pokemon, so if you want to prepare for that.
Yeah, they will mix up the order of the other Pokemon, like they may send out their strongest, like second, I've seen that, so yeah, you want to be careful, but yeah, it's always the same, so you're going to want, you know, you can plan accordingly.
Yeah, this Jellicent, this is a bit weird, because I think it's Ghost Water type. So
it's Ghost Water type,
just get a good electric move on that and you should be fine.
Yeah, good electric or grass or something like that. What I really should have done is sent out Pollen, which would have been a lot better. But this isn't, for the record, this isn't a perfect run of the Elite Four, so there are some mistakes that I do, and you're going to have to bear with me, because I do, you know, obviously I win, because you're watching this battle. So yeah, I went out for Coggers, just needed to. The problem is that Coggers' charge beam is very good, but I do now have a new electric attack, so Discharge.
And Steel type.
Yeah, and it's Steel type, so it was a good idea.
Coggers is a good Pokemon, but he's not amazing to have against Water types. So he's Steel type.
I don't think Steel type is weak. Water is weak.
Oh, he's a player.
Yeah, it's not. It's Fire that you want to watch out for. So yeah, it's a definitely good idea. Really, we're going to give you advice, but you're going to want to. Really, it depends on what Pokemon you picked over the course of the game, but you're gonna, because yeah, there's pretty much, I think each Elite Four trainer has 4 Pokemon at this stage.
I think one of them might have 5.
Well, the 4 Elite Four have 4, I'm pretty sure. There may be one with 5, but as I remember it, they all had 4. So yeah, and some of them are going to be mixed types, so just use that to your advantage. You won't do it first time anyway. So you can plan accordingly. Like with this, I could have just killed it with Pollen. It didn't work out like that.
And also this, we can have Chandelure.
Chandelure.
Yeah, again, just a good water moves, because the chances are you're not going to be like level 55 or 60s, which will be the type where you can just go in fast them. The chances are you'll have to type up Pokemon to win this.
Yeah,
So,
I don't like that tactic of being super over leveled. There's, you know, having a good, being a couple levels over, but some people will just over level ridiculously. There's no skill in that really, that's just time wasting.
I mean, if that's what you do, then you do it. I mean, in a way,
I mean, yeah, it's a tactic that works.
It's
but
sort of the lazy tactic.
yeah, you can either, which ironically isn't that lazy because it takes more time, but depending on
simple thing.
So yeah, Deathclaw really helped me out in these battles. It was a really strong Pokemon, and it's the one that leveled up in the most. I know it just died there, but honestly, the Elite Four the first time around isn't that bad.
No.
With the Ghost Pokemon, just dark moves, but overall, as long as your Pokemon are level 50, because you have 6 Pokemon, she only has 4. So.
Yeah. Like, the fact that you, like, in battle you kind of need to choose between whether you're going to be offensive or defensive, or defensive, whatever. If you're defensive, you just slowly weaken them down while you've got a Pokemon that just takes all these moves. If you're offensive, you can just take their Pokemon out in like 2 or 3 moves. So you kind of need to choose with that depending on what your Pokemon are.
It's a lot harder to be offensive because they're very powerful Pokemon, full evolutions, and you should be all level 50, so you should be a higher level than most of them, but you're going to want to be careful because the small things really make a difference. Like you get a critical hit or they get a critical hit, so being offensive may not always work out, but being defensive always will. But saying that, I went offensive rather than defensive.
And if you're not sure, you can mix between the two. That does work. I've tried it. It does work.
Yeah. But yeah, so really the first battle is a very good indicator on how hard you're going to find the Elite Four. I didn't have the easiest time in the world, but I managed to get, no one does, and I managed to get through it. And I think I think she's probably the hardest one. Definitely in the top, definitely harder than the next guy we're going to fight, and then someone else I'm also thinking of that won't spoil for you, but I would say she's probably the hardest one, this Ghost type.
Yeah, usually like the Ghost Elite Fours are quite tough, so it's good that you can choose to get them over and done with it, you can just go through the others.
Yeah, if you can get through this battle, you shouldn't have too many problems, as long as you have the right types. I mean, just look up the types, that's what I did. I had to look up to see which trainer would have which type. I mean, I didn't look up tactics and cheat, I just...
Now,
not that it's cheating.
This Pokemon, you think Ice Pokemon, that's what I thought, so,
No.
but it's not. I mean, you're using Grass Pokemon, that's fine. I think it's just Ghost, so you will...
I don't think it is just Ghost, because I just hit it with Leaf Blade and it died.
Maybe it's part of water.
I don't think it's water, I can't remember.
Oh, I think it might be Rock, Ghost Rock, but yeah, you do need to do your research a bit if you're new to this game.
Maybe Ground, maybe.
Yeah. If you're new to this game, you should kind of learn. And as you can probably see, there's a layout. This is with all the Elite Fours where there's stairs. You go up the stairs and you defeat the Elite Four.
Yeah, there's a bit more
detail.
Every single time in each Pokemon game, they get more creative with all this sort of stuff.
When you
so yeah, in between that bit, I think there was a cut. We didn't see it, but you definitely will. And I think there's maybe another cut. Yeah, because you're gonna want to hit up all your Pokemon. That's what all the revives are for, just making sure. Although I don't actually revive all my Pokemon for most of the battles. I kind of went in with only like 3 or 4 because I planned it all out.
As you saw, there was that blue light. That just means you've defeated them. It's not a portal.
No, you have to defeat them all to get all 4 to light up.
Once you've gone in, you can't get out unless you win or you lose.
You have to die to get out, but the thing is that you'll lose all your items. That's why I also say get a lot of potions, a lot of revives, because if you mess up, you still have a load of leftovers and you'll be okay next time.
Grim.
So yeah, we have Grimsy, the next trainer, which is, I've had a pretty damn easy time taking on this guy. I'm pretty sure his fighting, yeah.
I mean, the fighting type Elite Four is kind of built up a reputation of not being very hard. So.
Yeah, they're usually the second or third trainer, and because they won't always be fighting, and the other ones they were like ground and rock, but fighting's a bit harder than ground and rock, but it's still not too bad.
just get a good either psychic Pokemon, which there's Mono if you chose that, that's good here, or there's if you chose Torpedo, when that's well, that's good.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm not using anything. I'm not using any like major tactics here, like type matchup and stuff like that. On the first Pokemon, I just sent out Serpollen because it has some good strong attacks, and I didn't expect it to kill it in like the first go. It was just so he used up his items, which is a good idea if you want to. Because if you make him use all his items in the first go, then he won't use them. Because I think they have a restricted number of items that they use.
I mean, I think they have like a full store for.
I think they have 2, maybe.
I think
maybe more.
You have about 3, possibly 4. Then that doesn't mean necessarily you want to meet Pokemon. They can just move them up.
Yeah, they use them whenever they feel like, and it's usually the first Pokemon to get injured they'll use a full restore. So I kind of thought what I'll do is send out Serpollen and then just heal up Serpollen because I've got other Pokemon. Sadly, Serpollen died, but I've got tactics.
I mean, them using their items at certain times can be good for you, like if they use it all in their weakness, but it can be really bad if they leave it till their strongest in that.
So yeah, he's just used his second full restore, and this is when I'm bringing up the big guns. Deathclaw. Deathclaw is flying, which is strong against fighting. So I pretty much use Deathclaw for most of this battle because I call it Fly, and Fly is a really good attack. Fly is better than the other Aerial Ace, which the other flying type like Air Slash. That's what Air Slash. Air Slash is a good attack, but flying is better. And Deathclaw is a really quick Pokemon as well, so it can outspeed pretty much any of his team. So you shouldn't worry too much.
Fly is good because the chances are you will have it because it is really useful for getting around the place, and it's a very powerful move. So the chances are you will have it if you're flying.
I wouldn't worry too much about having a specific flying Pokemon because the chances are you're going to have a flying type just because of how many flying Pokemon, like flying water, like all those sort of, they're other type but they can fly, like Crobat and stuff like that from older generations. So what I did here is send out Fissile Rage, which is very bulk and can pretty much take anything Crocodile can throw at it. So I used this opportunity to heal up my squad, so I'm ready to take him out. And then I went for Superpower.
Yeah, Crocodile is good if you have if you chose what's his name, Oshawott, that's good. Or if you had that Water Monkey, just a couple of surfs on that should be able to take it out. Or just a really powerful move.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I think he's ground as well, so surfs will take it out. But I had a plan.
If you're not sure what.
Wait, hold on, no, this is Dark type.
Oh, this is Dark.
Yeah, this is Dark. I thought fighting sounded wrong. Yeah, this is actually Dark type, so that means okay, yeah, Deathclaw. Ignore sort of what we said. Deathclaw is still a really good Pokemon because it can outspeed a lot of things, especially everything this guy owns. But you're going to want to use fighting type, not flying.
Yeah.
So that's our bad.
And there are a few Pokemon in there which it will help having them, and I think you will need them later in the Elite Four. But yeah, they are still good to have.
So yeah, I found this one easy because I had Fissile Rage, and Fissile Rage is very bulky. And it can also it's just so powerful, especially Storm Thrower can pretty much take out almost all of his team.
And he's fallen in love.
Yeah, he's fallen in love. How is he? So yeah, we're already on his last Pokemon. I had a lot easier time with him than I did the Ghost Woman.
Yeah, this is obviously Dark and Steel. Again, good water move, or good, no, not water, good fire move. That should take it out for you.
See, I was pretty worried because Fissile Rage was taking damage because for some reason it knows Aerial Ace, and it looks like something from Mega Man, which is creepy. But Fissile Rage is really powerful, and I just used Revenge and killed it. So.
Yeah, the chances are there will be one Elite Four member that you'll just go through that like that, depending on what your toughest Pokemon is. So there'll be one that you don't really need to worry about, like that one. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, you're gonna have. There's 2 of them you're gonna find pretty tricky, and 2 of them you're gonna find easy. Although just plan ahead. And yeah, that's the second one done. That's all we have time for this video. So tune in next time where we take on the remaining 2, the Elite Four. Goodbye.
Goodbye.